welcome back. I did want to just go through a bit of a recap of the last two videos that I've made, so week 2 and week 3. Just wanted to go through some coins to see what they've done, where they've gone, are we in profit, have we been stopped out, or whatnot. So, yeah, you all know that I put my money where my mouth is, so let's get into this. So this was week 2. I was looking at Loom, and I said I wasn't happy with it up here. I was waiting for it to come back down into my buy zone. So we have seen Loom actually come back down into that buy zone. Where was I? Was I on the 4 hour on that one? I was. And yeah, so I'm looking to set some bids for this now that we are in this buy zone here. So we've gone all the way up here and come back down into the buy zone. I might be looking at setting some bids somewhere near the top of these candle body highs or this here. This 200 MA on the 4 hour seems to be holding, actually. We do have a bullish div firing here. And we do have a bullish div working here on the histogram. OBV, Willie still technically not stupid. Yeah, it was around about this area here. But yeah, as you can see, we have that huge notch that was here. Let's have a look if that notch was there too. No, but the POC is sitting right here, so somewhere around the 250 area. 250 is around about here, so somewhere in this area, maybe the 786. But yeah, technically this is in the buy zone now, so maybe look for your entry, guys, and trade off your own trading plans. I'll be doing that as well. All right, next one was REN. All right. So I did have, we were looking at REN around about the 472 area. Let's check back here. And the 472. I already entered this trade a while ago here, and by the time I made the video, it was somewhere around here. So, no, there was this gap that needed filling in right here. So it did come down. But, yeah, I was talking about buying this breakout here. So if we zoom in on the 4 hour, so we did see this break out, but it did come back down to test the high. So even if you did have your bids here, you'd still be in profit. But this did really well for me. I did pay myself, so I can't remember how much I did. I know I had roughly bids somewhere around here, but if this prints as a doji and we do get the next candle, a bearish candle that closes below this low, that will be our fractal top and a signal for a reversal. So if we can continue the next candle printing above this close, we could probably see continuation higher. Looking into the histogram, still too early. That's very, very close to call a bearish div. If this bar if this bar makes a higher high off of this, we'll probably continue higher. But I did end up paying myself here, so it's always a good idea to pay yourselves, guys. You can even see here from this volume bar down to this volume bar, there is a bearish divergence working there while price is making higher highs, volume is not. All right, the next one we did look at was Stratus. Where was it? It was 18, 20. So we were looking at setting some bids down in this lower area here. I can't remember what it was, but it did end up flagging off this 382, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, even if your bids were set at the 50% level, I did have bids on the 382. I got filled. It did come back all the way down to here. But I was patient enough to let this ride out. Currently it is up 21%. Actually, it did move a little bit lower. So I'm currently up 20% on this. So I'll just be moving my stops a little bit higher. Where could we see this maybe coming back down to? Wouldn't surprise me if we did come back down to see these candle body highs right here. Coincides with this and the 618. So I'll probably just move my stop to scratch on this as well. Yeah, so that is Stratus. Dragon. When were we looking at this? I'm pretty sure this was on week number 3. So Dragon, where did I have that? 427. Alrighty, so we saw this parabolic move up, and I said that I wasn't really happy to be a buyer up here. So we drew our fibs looking for reload zones, and lo and behold, we're back down into that reload zone. So I can't remember where I had bids working. I know there's a big juicy gap here on the daily, even though Dragon does look like Swiss cheese on the daily. I don't think there's much volume being traded on this. So as you can see, there is a gap. There is a gap here that needs to be filled, guys. So don't be surprised if price does come back down here. We do have these two tails that still probably need to be eaten. We have, I would classify this as a V bottom. So bids might be working down into this gap. If we do get that FU move down into here, I'll probably get a fill. So that is Dragon. Moving on to, what was it? NPXS. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to show you that because I already got stopped out on that. I did say I'd risk to the low, and that's where I had my stop loss, and my stop loss was triggered. So next on the list was yeah, there we go. I can't remember where it was though. But I did get stopped out on this on a lower time frame. All right, this was all right. So we're looking for that reload zone. If we go to ENJ, still haven't come down into that reload zone yet. It has come back down, hitting that 382. So once I saw this kind of blow off top, that was more or less a signal for me that if this candle did finish that way, that we would probably come back down. That was on the daily, so that would have been this candle right here. So yeah, I've still got bids set, candle body highs here on this little bit right here. But that's about as much as I can tell you guys on E&J. Bid's still working. This one was an exciting one actually. Where did I? So link was at 1746. Alrighty. So this was what I was looking at, was a bit of a head and shoulders. It was a fractal, even though we got a really tiny shoulder working here. We still had that target from the head to the neckline. Clone that all the way up to here, which was just under the 786. And actually, let's draw a set of fibs to see where that 786 target would have been. Wow, and it absolutely hit it perfectly. Hang on, guys, let me just put my phone on silent. Give me the shits. Alrighty. Let's get back to it. So yeah, I did sell a bit of my share on a AB equals CD move. Where was it? If I go back, yeah, I think that I did sell part of it there, and I let the rest run. There we go. I had my ABC, the targets hit. I did take 21% profit. And I did let the rest ride. I did have targets for that 786, so I can't remember exactly what sat I hit unless I go into my account, but I did have targets on this 786. So it was that measurement from the head to the neck, and that is pretty crazy. So that is some really good profit taking there. So where, if I did calculate, I did take 22%, and I think that was the end of the move, and the rest was, maybe if I go to price, that would make a difference. It was somewhere around here, roughly to the 786. So another, so 60, 70, 80. So that would have been 80% profit I did on Link. This is actually not a bad sign. We do have a bullish bar here that's exceeded the previous other bars. So we could see a continuation. We could see MACD kind of roll back up, roll down, roll back up, create that bearish div. We could see do something like this to get this double top right here. That could possibly happen. We could see this happen here in histogram, where it gives us that bearish div. So if price does make a higher high off this and histogram doesn't, it gives us our bearish div. Right now, Willie is stupidly overbought. OBV still looking pretty decent, hasn't failed yet. So the Williams percentage hasn't crossed bearish past the 13 EMA. Where did we get that W actually? Let me have a look. That W here is on the 14th, 16th of September. 16th of September, right here. Wow, that is pretty crazy actually. So this was a little fractal in here where I like to see bullish structure, say like this. W's are bullish, and you can see this W that came in here that created this bottom in in link right here. Wow, that's pretty incredible actually. Where was another good example? So right here was another W, 29th of June. So that was right here. Pretty strong indicator. I really like this OBV that I have. All right, moving on to the next one. I don't want to spend all day chewing your ears off. What was this? EVX 2554. So if we go to 20. Yeah, so not much to see in EVX. Has not come down into my buy zone yet. It did have this FU move candle right here to come back down to this 382. The 382 seems to be holding. If I see any signs of bearish divs, actually we do. So the histogram, we've made a lower low in the histogram. So yeah, we could maybe, if this does W off the 382 and resolve bullishly, cool. I'll probably miss the boat, but I do want this to come back down into my buy zone. Alrighty, that's it for EVX. KMD, this was another good example as well. So KMD was at 29.14. So we had price at 74.83. So if we look at when I called it, 74.83 was somewhere around about this area here. And this was just absolutely textbook, just bang. Look, just a massive FU dump. That was actually very, very cool to see. It did end up coming into my buy zone and actually hit my bid. I had my bid set on these candle body highs. So yeah, that's actually a great example of this bearish div firing, and I'm pretty sure, do we have that in here? No, that was on the 4 hour. Actually, I am on the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. So this bearish div did confirm right here. So which, trying to find the 7th. So it would have been somewhere around here that bearish div would have fired. But yeah, great example of our reload zones. So yeah, this is I would like to see more price structure, more bullish divs come in to see this thing set up. So yeah, another one to look out for, guys. All right, what was the next one? Bat 30, 21, 30. Yeah, so we did have that shooting star. I think that was this, continued moving higher. Massive bearish div firing right here, so that probably would have been from here to here. Willie technically not stupid just yet. We do have, yeah, we have a bearish div working on this side as well. So yeah, nothing here to see. I did have, I did say that I'd be looking for something like this. Right into this 618,786, which would be somewhere around here. So yeah, not much to see with that. Matic, I do remember we did speak about this somewhere here. I did already buy this at 124. There was a gap here. The gap did not get filled, so this was the gap right here. Did a nice 36% on it. And this was another good example where a lot of people a couple of days ago were talking about Matic. So if we're on the daily, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I did see a fair few tweets about Matic, and it was already too late to enter anywhere in the last 3 days. Yeah, this is the thing, guys. Learn TA, get your fundamental analysis down pat. Ricky is an absolutely awesome, awesome teacher, and supplies you guys with some absolute gold fundamental analysis, guys. I've been in this game since 2015, and I have not come across anybody that is as good as Ricky when it comes to fundamentals. And when we tie his FA with TA, this stuff is just incredible. So yeah, so that's just kind of like a bit of a recap of what I did in my last 2 videos, just to show you guys that I don't BS. You know, you guys can call me out on anything that you think I'm bullshitting about, but that's not the game that I play, guys. I'm here to make money. I'm here to teach people how to trade, and to be making money. I mean, that is my aim, making money from trading. So yeah, I do in the future want to be doing maybe like a little course or something. I'm still yet to figure that out. I do want to get these YouTube videos more down pat for you guys. A little bit, maybe a little bit more structure. I'm pretty sure I've blown out time on this video as well. So on that note, guys, I'll leave you with it. If you want, go back, double check the old trades to what is currently happening in the market, just to see with your own eyes what I've called and where it's gone. So yeah, alrighty, guys, you take it easy, and I'll see you on Saturday's video.